Yeah, I apologize. I lost my voice during the game, and this is all I got right now. I'm sorry.
Want to start things off? Go to Ben.
Rick, just the offense today, just what was your perspective of what wasn't working?
Well, we had some. They were just did whatever they wanted to do on the boards. I mean, you look at what they shot from the floor and the three-point line. That's good enough to win most games, but you can't foul people as much as we fouled, and we've talked about that for weeks now. We've got to stop committing fouls and make people play, but we gave them too many points there. But got to give them credit. I thought they played hard. They had and we told the guys coming in they were going to make adjustments with their lineup, which they did. But just we got to have better overall play with our guards, perimeter guys, and a little bit more consistency with our post guys inside. The guys have been around.
Coach, you touched on the rebounding, but you guys have been the best rebounding team in the league before today and almost got doubled up. How big of a surprise was that?
Well, it goes back, I've said to you guys before, we still have too many guys that think offense as opposed to understanding the role they've got to play on the team. And we give them credit. They came in and did. That was obviously a big part of their game plan. They look at those numbers like everybody, and they're going to say, hey, we're not going to get beat on the boards. And they thoroughly beat us on the backboard. And we turn it over way too many in the first half, just turnovers you can't have. When we had a chance to maybe get a little rhythm first half and broke down. They had a couple different guys in the first half. One guy in the first half that carried them. Second half, they had more than a sheetway carrying them. But we just, again, give them credit. I mean, there's a lot of things that I'm obviously disappointed with our guys, but you got to give Kentucky all the credit in the world. They came in coming off obviously a tough loss, and they won the game. They won it.
What do you attribute those missed layups to, especially some of those uncontested ones? How do you process that as a coach?
Well, I don't know if you can. I mean, Zakai he did not practice for 2 days leading up to the game. That might have had something to do with his. But at the end of the game, you know, you can't go in there and looking for, you got to go finish the play, you know. Even at the end when we got the rebound, Uros tried to force that back up. We really needed a three right there, and we had a chance to kick it out, and we didn't. But I just, again, not real happy with the execution coming down to the end. We called a couple plays where we want certain shots, and guys weren't taking those shots, and you got to execute the play at that point in time. And but I can't answer that question. You know, I mean, the ones that are point blank layups you've got to make. I mean, if you're going to be a team that wants to, in games like this, you've got to make uncontested layups.
How do you fix the rebounding numbers in games like this? I mean, you guys have good rebounding numbers as a whole for the season, but in the
guys
loss.
don't understand what their job is. It's simple. Going in the game with the right mindset, not letting the fact you miss a shot or you charge, doing something you shouldn't do, and you got to do your job. I mean, looking at this, Julian had 3 fouls. Olivier had 2. We got to get. He only played 13 minutes. He's got to be out there more, but he just didn't seem to be in it today. Uros had 3 rebounds. Even though he had a good night scoring the ball, our guards, Jonas had 4. Tobe had 1, and it's just our front line's got to do a better job rebounding. I mean, I think the sheet we out rebounded our whole front line, I guess, if you count it up. I'm not sure right now, but we got to get our front line guys doing their job on the glass. And that's not just 4 and 5s, that's the wings too. But on the defensive end, we've got to get all 5 guys involved, and we weren't very good at that tonight.
Ryan and David. You have questions?
Yeah, Coach, you let the guys play there down 3 at the end as opposed to calling a timeout. What went into that decision?
We got a place. We don't have to call a timeout to run a play. We've practiced for about 100 practices. We shouldn't have to call a timeout. We're going to use it if we scored to stop the clock. And because we thought we could pressure there, but we didn't execute the play, or we didn't get the shot that we wanted. And it was there, but we didn't take it. And but again, we work on situations. We spent a lot of time this morning talking about special situations, and those deal. We didn't execute.
Rick, just the matchup with Oscar and Urosh, what you saw and how physical that was, all 94 feet, and the minutes that Urosh played, because I guess that's more than 10 more than he normally does.
Well, again, he was getting deep post up down there, and those guys battle. And again, there is, Kentucky did what most people do. They're going to try to take away the perimeter guys and let us score in there. And whether it's throwing it into him or, I mean, the layups, spread them out, and we had drives at the rim, but we couldn't capitalize on it. But Urosh, again, I thought he played as hard as he could play.
All right, Coach, thank you.
All right, thank you, guys.
Start us off with your side. Jimmy, then Grant.
Josiah, you guys got off to a great start. You're up 8-0. What led to Kentucky grabbing the momentum at that point?
I feel like me, Jonas, and Zakai, we came in and we just didn't do our job. We didn't execute on offense or defense. We gave them too many second chance points and let them get confident.
Josiah, you guys have pretty good rebounding numbers as a whole this season, but in the 3 losses, it's been the other way. What do you guys got to do in these games to be better rebounders?
Focus on rebounding. I mean, I don't mean to sound like be rude or anything, but that's it. Do your job. And in the 3 losses that we've had, and especially today, we didn't do that. We didn't crash the glass offensively. I didn't crash the glass. And then we just got to box out, and that's what championship teams do night in and night out.
Paige in the back. Then Mike.
I wasn't sure if it was maybe more of a mismatch or if it was a mentality thing, because obviously these things that you all are capable of doing wasn't executed tonight. Was it just a wanting that you didn't have out there? What led to the failing of execution out there?
They just wanted to win more. They came in for 40 minutes. They were more aggressive. They were more physical. And that's the result. You lose games when you don't play to win.
What does that feel like on the court, where you can feel another team is more aggressive, and how does it process where you can't flip that?
It's tough. I mean, because we pride ourselves on being the toughest team, and I feel like everybody has to look, myself included, look themselves in the mirror and do a self-reflection, because we can't go out and play like that, play scared in a sense. We got to be the more aggressive team. We got to be the hunters.
Yeah, Josiah, with Euros playing the way he was in that matchup, did you feel like maybe you guys should have even given him more opportunities in the second half?
Definitely. Selfish play on myself, and I feel like the other guards, Santi and Zakai, would admit it too. I feel like our shots weren't really falling, and he was having a hell of a game. We should have got him the ball more, and props to him because he played a hell of a game.
Josiah, your minutes have been increasing each of the past couple games. Where are you at health-wise right now?
I feel great.
All right, Josiah, thank you. You guys good in the back? All right, start with David right here, then Paige.
Urosh, can you just talk about your matchup with Oscar inside and just how physical that was, all 94 feet, and how are you holding up after all the minutes you played today?
I mean, it was pretty physical, and it was definitely something that I expected. I knew he was going to be like that coming into the game, and we know what he is about and the way he plays. But I still feel like I could have done a better job guarding him and, making sure that just boxing him out. And he had 4 offensive rebounds. Some of them were against me, and I think I just needed to do a better job with that.
You heard Josiah out there saying that they kind of were selfish with their shot taking when you were kind of having the hot hand, especially late in the game. Could you sense that when you were out there? What is it like when you're maybe not getting the ball as much as you maybe think you should in those moments?
I don't think anybody was selfish. I feel like everybody took shots that they felt like were right shots at the moment, and you know, I think we got great looks, especially in the second half. We didn't finish well around the rim, and I think that was something that affected the game for sure. But I wouldn't say anybody was selfish out there.
What went wrong rebounding wise today? Was it something, their efforts, you guys just not being in position? I mean, what went into that?
I feel like, man, I think I would have to go watch the game for that one. Honestly, it just felt like we were out physical out there. I don't know, like it's just trying to box him out, and then like if you box one guy out, like there was another one coming to grab the ball, and I just think like it was like a team effort that they put in. It was better than our team effort. I would say that.
Anything else for Urosh? Oh, okay, Casey in the back.
I know it's hard to focus on the positives when you guys did suffer a loss, but you had a great game against Vanderbilt and a great game today. What do you think's contributed to just that up of your play recently?
Just my teammates trusting me and giving me the ball, and me fighting for a deep position in the paint, knowing where I want to catch the ball, where I need to catch the ball, and putting the ball high off the glass, making sure that help side defender is not able to block shot, and you know, making shots, playing defense.
All right, you good?
Thank you, guys.
All right.